Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
It's our field. It's our field.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
56.
Out of the pistol, it's Bell. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
There we go.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
Go. Hey, Charlie.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch
Be driven.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Barr. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Here we go, set. 18, Gator.
Watch that in. Watch that in. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Ready? Leo.
Off play action. Herbert. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Joe Mixon there out of the backfield. And now it's 2nd down.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
He's coming. Double up. Alert flare.
Protein spill. Get it.
Open man is born. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Got the connection here to Bourne. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
We got 4.
Recon, 132 fighter. Shoot.
Looking to throw. Herbert. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
You. Slide. No. Check.
Topper.
Under 10.
Hey, lock it. There go.
Their former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd.
But it's 3rd down.
Ready?
50, Marks, 50.
He don't know no better. Ready?
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And complete here to Carlos Hyde. Past the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Carlos Hyde his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. That's caught. It's Malone. And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. And hopefully for both sides, not a sign of things to come, Charles. This morning, it was so perfect outside, but we knew this weather was coming, and we see the effects of it here early on.
And I wonder if how perfect it was this morning has psychologically fooled everyone. You know, it's almost like even though we were told the weather was coming, and you know the teams knew it as well, that maybe they got fooled and thought, it's going to be okay. And now they're probably a little upset that it's out there raining.
Because warm-ups were dry.
Oh, dry. And now you got to make the change up, and it's the first quarter. Might take them a little time to settle in on their focus and concentration.
Hey, wahoo!
You don't want nothing.
Following the fumble recovery, Tannehill. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. That one goes for 24 yards.
How did he do that? How did he do it? I mean, in this type of weather, it's not just catching it, it's seeing it coming towards it. Maybe that's why I ended up having to go up one-handed, but boy, what a catch.
That was a spectacular one-handed grab.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Go. Hey, high 7.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Now a first down carry by Bell. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Here we go.
On 2nd down, McFarland, and he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Mike 54. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Hey!
Right there.
Bell. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some.
Yep.
Come get some. He don't want it.
Hey, Alpha.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. I don't think you got it, son.
Check.
Check hot route. Hot.
Get it.
They'll run it with Bell. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Set, ready? 60 outlaw. Now.
Let's go, right here.
Hey, Haywood.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Army.
Let's go.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
A game of only a yard. It's 4th down.
So on is Matt Prater now to try a field goal here. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Eagles 7, Redskins 0. Matt Prater on for the field goal. A 41-yard attempt.
And the 13-year man puts it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
At the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
50, Mike, 50. Hey, watch the screen.
General West.
Screen. Switch. Check safety. Check 50.
Hard. Let's go.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Preston Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Here we go. Set. 50. Plant. Look at me. Door. Ready?
On the delay, it's Mixon. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Now a hit and a loose football. Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we draw up. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Big edge.
Now.
They'll run on 1st down. McFarland. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Yes, yes.
Right there. 54.
Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. It's caught by Bryant. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one as a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Mike 54. Mike 54.
Here's Bell. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, here we go. Hey, echo.
Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike.
Now Tannehill. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
54. Mike 54.
After the penalty, it's Bell. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's it, baby.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 30-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day. All day.
Go.
Pop.
Hey, exit.
Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Now it's Tannehill. Bryant has it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 17-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Check. Watch 54. Watch. Get it.
On first down, it's Bell, and he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 14-yard line.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
It's our time. Hey, watch that.
On 2nd and 7, Tannehill. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Anthony Barr picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack.
Ready.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Bravo.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Man out. Mike 54.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Their own 35-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. Watch 61, Matchbox Lights. Hey, we got lights. Go. Yo. Ready.
To throw again. Herbert dumps it off to Mixon. Give him 6 on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
Mike 50. Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Tight dog. Now.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 5.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Mike 56. Check pass, check.
Hey, Charlie.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. I got him.
Hit it.
Back to the air. Tannehill on 2nd down. Open man is Trey Burton. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking long for Westbrook. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Ready, set.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Hey, Big Griffin.
It's Mixon on the counter. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a one-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They go play action here on first down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And the coach has decided to throw the red flag. He will challenge this play. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Mixon with a first down carry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
50, plant. Watch the twist. Hey, Zeus.
Mike's 50.
Stand.
Watch the run. Bang.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Bang. Check.
Look, squeeze.
Hey, watch hands.
Hey, orbit. They're going.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Joker. Tighten up.
Ready.
Now Carlos Hyde in the game. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check, check. Lucky.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Right there, 54 Mike.
Again, it's Bell. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Ready. 30 base. Yes.
Let's go, defense. Out.
Hey. High 7.
54. Mike 54.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. He completes it to Bryant. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Go.
Bring it.
Hey, Alpha.
Mike 51. Hey. Let's go. Mike 51. Mike 51.
Big dribble.
Off play action, Tannehill. They'll roll him out right. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Mike 51.
Back to throw, Tannehill. This one into the hands of Burton. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Let's go, D. Big series right here.
Go. Hey, Haywood.
Watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Get it.
Now a draw play. This is Bell. Call it a 6-yard gain. Still plenty of work to do coming up. 3rd and 14.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Hey. Hey, Echo.
54's Mike.
Check.
Tannehill now to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 18-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
50 the mic. All right,
Hey, stand off.
You go tight. Go.
Back to the ground. This time it's high. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Let's go now. 60 outlaw.
We got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
Ready?
Throwing on 1st down. Herbert, he's going to look deep down the field. And got his man complete. The 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Philadelphia. Kendrick Bourne, 77 yards. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 31-yard line.
10 Lobo.
54. Mike, 54. We got it. He's checking. Crash.
Hey, exit.
54, right there. 54, Mike.
5.
They'll go again with Bell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
All day, just like that.
Yep. 5. X3. 218. Chopper.
54. Mike, 54.
To throw is Tannehill. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
A team to lead on the coverage.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Washington. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter.
Hey, lock it.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 6-yard line.
Come on, set, 8, read.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. Watch your
Show team, spell. Big grip.
Again, it's Mixon. He's going to have the first down past the 20. Sheds off the tackle. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. A big hitter there from deep in their own territory. 53 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So a slight improvement in field position, you might say, from inside their own 10 to this as they come up on first down. From the gun, Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ryan Shazier got in that time, the first-round pick of 2014.
I'm here all day. Hey, Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
Hard.
Kill.
Hey, Delta. Get it.
Back to throw. Herbert finds a seam inside the 40. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And finally down at the 32-yard line. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. Looking to throw. Herbert. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break up their routes quickly as well.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Now. Bravo!
54. Mike's 54.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Tannehill. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away. Yeah. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Preston Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
Check 24. Check 24.
Shift. Topper. Get ready.
Kill.
This one out quickly to Westbrook. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. Third down.
Two-jet bomber. Two-jet bomber.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the second time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Watch 54. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Mine's 54.
Hey, Foxtrot. 5.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Yes.
Hey, watch that.
Hey, Charlie.
Right, 54. Here we go.
Hit it.
Here's Tannehill. Going deep here for Bryant. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Go.
Roy.
Hey, Zoo.
Mike's 54. On the ball. Mike's 5'4".
Third and long, it's Tannehill. He's got Burton here. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 19 on 3rd and 18, and that'll move the chains. In a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
On first down, it's Tannehill. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
It's showtime, baby. We did our part.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Go.
That's me. 51's the mic.
Hey, Orbit.
It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Go, Mike.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
You ain't got nothing. Get it.
2nd and 10, Tannehill once more. Complete to Bryant. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
That's a game of 7.
Come on, set.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Ready.
So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Defense wins. Let's go.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Here we go. Here we go.
Go.
Motion.
Hey, high 7.
Mike 54. Mike 54. I got you.
They snap it to Tannehill. He's got his tight end, Burton. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
Here we go. 30 base.
First down at the 21-yard line.
Hey.
Hey, one set.
Hey, Alpha.
54. Mike 54.
Let go.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. Bryant has it. And they'll get this down to the 10. 11 yards there, just like last play.
General West.
Washington Redskins.
Ready.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal.
Watch the curl.
Yep. Hey, Haywood.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Snap.
Here's Tannehill. This will be caught at about the 6. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season as his guys are back within a single score. Now Matt Prater for the point after. It's up and good, a 7-point margin. It's 20-13 now. The final score now from Oakland. The Chiefs continue to add on. They're really rolling. A win, if they can get it, would be their first on the year. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Ready.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Throwing to start the drive. Herbert, he'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is second and less than a yard.
Show it in.
6-6. Pull it high.
Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Roll out.
Check 4.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Redskins scoop it. 20. And can you believe this? A big mistake leads to a defensive touchdown. And they're a point away from tying this thing up.
So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they forced the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
Now for the all-critical extra point. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far.
First down.
Here we go. Set. 60 or.
I got one.
Smooth.
Hey, check. Mike 50, Mike 50.
Gone.
Quick. Check. He's crashing. He's checking.
Deep grip.
Now a first throw here in overtime. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. Once that ball was popped in the air, you could almost hear the silence, the collective breath being held here in the stadium.
Let's be honest about it. We both came out of our chairs, didn't we? All right, anytime you see the ball in the air like that, there is that collective rise, the crowd holding its breath, and boy, oh boy, the moment of truth as it comes down. Man, that was something.
Everything magnified here in overtime. The open man is Westbrook. Coming up on a 3rd and 9. Opening drive of overtime as they look to convert. Back to throw. Herbert completes it to Samuel. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. This is a big spot for a rookie QB, and overtime's kind of where you earn your stripes, isn't it?
It really is, and we've talked with enough coaches and players about how these youngsters are getting into the game and playing this at such a high level so early. But overtime, that's an entirely different animal, and he's handling it well.
Yeah, starting to put together a nice drive. They'll run on first down. Mixon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now. Hey, echo. Shoot.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Switch. Slam.
Squeeze.
And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Ready.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Here I come again. Set.
You draw Porker.
Crunch. Do.
Yeah.
55. Right there in the middle. 55. Let's go, D.
Hey, Team 6. Ready.
Operating from the gun. Herbert flushed out right. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. We know there's already a spotlight on this rookie quarterback, an even bigger spotlight here in overtime of this game. A costly pick.
No doubt about that, but here's the key. Game's not over. He may very well get another shot at this thing, so now he's got to go to the sideline, hope his defense picks him up, and be ready to go back out there and maybe make a similar throw, hopefully successfully the next time.
And the Eagles are going to go ahead. Take another timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it, but they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. Excellent job by the defense.
It's caught inside the 25. A huge play there in overtime. 56 yards. Well, in overtime, I think coaches always wondering, where's that magic line for my kicker? They're already in field goal range after that big play.
I'm glad you brought that up because that magic line can change throughout the game. It's constantly being updated by teams. It starts with pregame. Okay, how do you feel? As the game goes on, they might ask him again, still feel that same number? Is it a different number? Right hash, left hash? What do you need? And that goes into the play calling in OT.
Let's go. 30 base.
51. Ricky. Check the backer.
Go. Hey, exit. On the pin.
They'll keep it on the ground. Bell. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And this one a 41-yard attempt. And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So for the Redskins, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they taste defeat for the first time this season as they drop to 5-1. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.